Good evening, people. How is it going? Today's episode, I'm gonna bring you one of my favorite, at the same time special fragrance. This one has a lot of hype at this one point, and it slowly faded away with time, I guess, because many fragrances that came out at that time. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try to refresh your memories with this one fragrance. It's called Dolce Gabbana, as you can see from title, the one, the EDT version. I have 50 ml bottle with me, so let me take a look at this fragrance, and I will tell you whether it's worth having it. All right. So basically, I prepared some notes right here, as usual I do, because there's so many information. I just want to get them just right. So here we go. Okay. So the one I have with me is the EDT version, as I told you, and it's basically a 50 ml bottle. So the fragrance was released in the year of 2008. Okay, so it has some age on it. So after the since 2008, now it's 2016, and almost about to end, right? So basically, yeah, we have some age on it, so it has been surviving for a very long time. So what else? We have bottle sizes. Comes in two bottle sizes, 50 and 100. So I have the smaller bottle size, and unfortunately, I think I lost my box because this was one of my initial purchases. I think I threw the box somewhere. At that time, I was not so sure I want to keep the box or not. But the box actually is like I should have kept the box. Anyway, so this fragrance, okay, let me tell you the I just told you about the size and the price. Let me tell you a little bit about the other fragrances this house carries. All right, so here we go. All right, some of the newer one is the one EDP, very popular right now, and basically the same scent, just like the Hugo Boss bottled. This one is a bit more amped up, like the EDP one is a bit more concentrated, a bit more dense, and give you maybe 1 to 2 hour bit more longevity and projection. All right, so that one bit darker juice looks the similar like that bottle, like this, but darker bottle, much darker, nicer looking, amberish looking bottle. All right, and then it also has the you know flankers. It has another flanker. It's called Royal Night. It was a Dubai exclusive, so basically it was not released, in my opinion, in my knowledge. Not many countries was that was released. That one is a bit more woodish, wood version of this fragrance. All right, so it was a bit more for the, if you can imagine, the rich Dubai or those Arab people. So yeah, we didn't get our hands on that. It is very expensive as well, 100 something USD, and came in only one size, 100 ml. Then there's other one. It's called the One Gentleman. Same sort of bottle, same shape of bottle, but the juice inside is blue. So that one is a bit more spicy and a bit more lighter, but not a very heavy hitter. Didn't get that much popularity like the one. All right. So what else this house has to offer to you? So Dolce and Gabbana has few fragrances that's a very like mention worthy, right? So I'll tell you what else you have. The Puram, the classic, the one lavender based scent. I have it in my collection, as well as the light blue Puram. All right, so those are the very popular ones. Apart from this, those are the two very popular fragrances from this house. So as well as you get the Intenso, which is the flanker of the light blue, or rather the Puram. So basically the Puram and that Intenso bottle looks kind of similar. So basically their game of bottles, flankers, as well as flankers of flankers. If you can imagine your babies having babies and having babies, it's just like an endless process. The light blue also has that thing, like the Dolce & Gabbana light blue Puram has a lot of your flankers as well. There is a fresh, there is a summer, God knows how many are there, but I heard they're kind of nice. So yeah, people like them. As well as there's a masculine, never tried it. And then there's one favorite fragrance of mine that's not for men, it's for women. That one is Dolce & Gabbana light blue for women. Very beautiful fragrance. Somewhat something like a lemony, sort of like a Greek. Those you know floral and then bit light scent for women, but men can also pull it off. All right. And then the classic, it's called By. It's like by by. All right. So yeah, that is the classic one. If you can remember the powerhouse, those kind of scents, the white bottle with the you know black leather kind, that kind of a feel, right? So velvety kind of bottle, very vintage. So basically this fragrance, okay, a lot of reading notes and stuff before I hit the notes. All right, so I'll tell you where this fragrance actually belongs to. When I bought this initially, like at first, all right, I thought the bottle actually looked very classic and elegant. As you can see, I don't have the box, so I'll show you the bottle presentation. The box actually basically color same like this cap, the same brown, dark brown color, and very cold and metallic feel to it. I think it's a metal or plastic, very heavy plastic, and inside also very heavy feel to it. So the box is colored like this, and then represents goes with the bottle. Yeah, very rich scent. So when I bought this at first, I really thought this is a special fragrance because of the bottle is done so elegantly, and then there are a few other bottles Liege, like Guerlain House, they have the Liege. Then what else? Yeah, I get the feel of Dior Homme Intense. If you put them side by side, you'll see you get sort of like similar posh feel from them, like special fragrances and stuff. So yeah, doesn't smell that similar because that one is a bit more irisy, bit more gourmandish and dark. This one a bit more night fragrance, but at the same time it's a bit more brighter. So what are the notes in this fragrance, right? So unfortunately I have to go back to my notes. So the notes I prepared, it says, let me tell you the notes first, then I'll tell you what it smells like, right? So basically notes, on top note, you're gonna get coriander, basil, grapefruit. In the middle, you're gonna get ginger, you're gonna get orange blossom, cardamom. And then in the end, you're gonna get amber, cedar, and then the tobacco. But then the tobacco is a bit more like the pipe tobacco, cherry tobacco, if you are familiar with that kind of scent. So let me tell you on the top note. On the opening, yeah, it's mentioned basil, coriander, and then grapefruit. Yeah, you're gonna get the blast of grapefruit, not so much like grapefruit that you get in the Bleu de Chanel, because Bleu de Chanel here, as I showed you just one night back, this is a bit more fruity. This one mixes, yeah, this one you can smell the same note of that grapefruit, but this was a bit more mature than Bleu de Chanel. Bleu de Chanel, you're gonna get a little bit more younger vibe. This one, it's a bit more serious because it comes with the note of cigar. So nowhere it's gonna mention, because in the end, as I mentioned, there is a note of tobacco, right? Pipe tobacco and whatnot. But then to my nose, the tobacco, right, from the beginning it's there. That's what mixes with the beautiful this grapefruit note, cigar, at the same time tropical. You know, if you can imagine you're in an island and then there are like coconut trees and stuff, and then you're sitting in a hammock or something and you're enjoying your tropical fruit punch. That sort of opening, very gorgeous and rich smell to it. All right, so yeah, opens up like that, and then it transforms, not so much, because the grapefruit slowly starts to fade away, right? So it's like you're gonna get that gorgeous sparkling grapefruit with the cigar, but the cigar remains, the masculinity remains, and the rest of the fruitiness is going slowly away. Very sort of like a summer, not a very hot, sweaty kind of summer, but hot days of summer, because initially this fragrance was released just like Pure Havana. Let me tell you a few other fragrances that share the similar notes from my experiences, from my study. I think Pure Havana, Armani Code, Terre Hermes, and Bogart Puram. Those are the fragrance, the cherry tobacco, pipe tobacco, and also maybe Burberry's London. So that sort of tobacco notes, yeah, pretty visible in this. So initially, I think they were going for the winter, but for something happened, they forgot to put one or two ingredients in there, which made it kind of like weak. As a result, what's going to happen? It's not going to give you performance. This has performance issues. Many people, they keep mentioning this has performance issues. What's my experience with this? I kind of agree with them because when I apply this on my skin, I don't wear it for the whole day, because I know half of the day, as long as like the half of the day passes by, the fragrance will be like diminishing very quickly. I wish the top note of this, the cigar and the grapefruit, they went along much longer time. The one EDP that came with recently, the recent release, the EDP version of this, right? So what's difference between this and that? In my opinion, I smelled it, I tried on my skin. I'm gonna buy it, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it, the big bottle, because I love the richness of the smell. But that one doesn't project like this fragrance. This one, when you put it on your skin, short lived, yeah. You're gonna get maximum 3 to 4 hours, being honest. But those 3 to 4 hours, you're gonna get good projection out of it. People are gonna notice you when you pass by someone. You're gonna have a scent bubble around you, right? Around 2 to 3 feet. People can smell it. Likely, they're gonna like this. Only one condition I don't see this happening really, really well is that the sun is up there. It's 38 degrees, 40 degrees. It's gonna smell a little bit like it's gonna go to a little bit nasty side of the dry down. Like if you let's imagine Salvatore Ferragamo F Black, Chanel Allure Original Allure Perrier LSM. That sort of fragrance, the spicy, bit heavy winter fragrance, if you wear on your skin, that's gonna smell really, really cloying, alright, when the heat is up. But little bit cool weather, it's not so hot, middle of the road, not too cold, not too hot. This one do perfectly. This one is a perfect office scent, perfect manly scent. Longevity and projection is little, longevity is poor in a way. I get somewhere, I'm happy with this fragrance, whatever it gives me, right? It hangs on to my skin at least 4 to 5 hours, I don't know, I'm just lucky, I guess, with this fragrance, right? So last little bit 4 to 5 hours, I'm happy with this because of the EDT concentration. But the projection I get from this, I don't get it from the EDP. So my personal pick, like my personal preference of this fragrance is the EDT. I suggest you go with the EDT if you like to smell it on you and you want others to notice. If you want it more like a skin scent and more like a personal scent, you're gonna be person encounter, date, that sort of a scent, and you want it to last much longer, project less, go with the EDP version of this. That's my experience. So why did I mention Bogart Puram? The Bogart Puram is much more synthetic and much more stronger, and sort of like a beast of a scent, and it's very rough and tough. That sort of scent. There's like sharp edges of the of the fragrance. I feel like when I put it on, it just hits you like at opening. You feel like cherry tobacco, pipe tobacco, and stuff. It comes and boom. You've been shot like one of those British armies back in the days, 1950s and stuff. So those sort of guys, you're gonna have it like a tank, and then boom, they hit you with one of those huge weapons. So that's sort of a strong power pack fragrance. This one, the cherry tobacco feel, the cigar, when you're sitting by the bar, you're having your expensive, very old whiskey, and you're gonna have like those Havana cigars and listening to jazz. Perfect combination for this. If you're wearing suits and stuff, if you're working, if you're going and you're in your, this one smells like rich as well. Like you own a Mercedes, not a BMW, maybe Audi, not an Audi, Mercedes. Let's go with Mercedes. It smells like a Mercedes to me. How a car, like maybe E-Class and up, those kind of cars gonna smell the leather inside the car, and you're smoking your cigar in the car for some time. You are the mob boss. Yep. They give you that feeling of a man. It's not childish, not playful, not clubbing. Don't try to pull this off in the club. You're not going to be able to, like, people won't even find you because they are blasting with the music, with their 1 million, their Eros, the Ultramall, that sort of scent. It won't last you. If you want to go clubbing, go with Durham Intense. Same rich feel, a little bit on the playful side, less serious, but then the gourmandish and then sexiness is there. This is also very sexy. Women tend to love this on the opening because it's rare. This fragrance is different from mainstream fragrances. I know many of you already have this. For those who haven't owned this or bought this, I'm telling you, in your collection, if you have 10 fragrances, one smells like lemons, one smells like violets, other one smells like lavender, one is a spicy one, then you need also maybe oud. So you have like 6 or 7 different kind of fragrances, but you want one that smells like a cigar, smells like jazz, smells like boozy a little bit. It smells a little bit boozy as well because the tropical, that vibe, it's not very heavy, it's not like loaded that's gonna make you sick. So it's a bit on the lighter side of the Caribbean islands. If I would imagine, like, let's go West Indies, and then the water is so beautifully blue, clear water, and then you have this coconut drinks, and you have I am trying to think of one drink. I think it's pina colada. Yeah, spot on. Pina colada. You're having that drink, and maybe having some straw and the hat. You know, the umbrella and then the flowers. So you can imagine all those beautiful holiday. There's music going on. People are dancing. You know, and there's like sexy bartenders around, and they're like wearing hats, sunglasses, and stuff. So very sort of happy people. You know, at the same time you're feeling like James Bond. Yeah, my favorite, one of my favorite characters from the movies. James Bond could wear this. He would smell really, really good. Sean Connery, yeah, maybe. Pierce Brosnan, perfect. The face of this fragrance, in my opinion, should be Pierce Brosnan. That guy is such a playful guy, such a funny guy. At the same time, he's naughty and then sexy. All that describes this fragrance. So let me show you the sprayer. All right, the sprayer works somewhere in the middle of the road. Not a very one of the very absolute best, but works really fine. Let's see. You see that? Gives out enough juice. It's not that poor like one of those Amen line, right? So the Amen, as you know from the pure malt and other bottles, really you really have to search for the trigger. You know, like, right? This one doesn't have that issue. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous opening. Today I'm a bit serious because I'm not trying to be so naughty and stuff, because this fragrance I believe deserves my respect. This one is a bit serious and a very very gorgeous rich scent, so I'm showing my respect to it. Don't think I'm gonna be like this for the rest of the year, right? So yes, the opening, as I mentioned, the grapefruit mixes with that beautiful that cigar note. You get it right from the beginning, in my opinion. Little bit cinnamon maybe. In the center it comes cardamom, right? So you get the cardamom. Maybe if you dip the cardamom in the hot water for 1 minute, and you get a little bit, just a bit tad of the top, just a hint of cardamom and a lot of those cinnamon, mixes with cigar, fruit punch, and cinnamon. Mix all these three. Yeah, that's your top note. When it dries down, grapefruit goes away, and amber is in the last stage, right? Amber, I think it's just the color of the juice that describes the fragrance, but I never smell amber. I don't know what amber would smell like, but it will look like this exact same juice color, all right? It's amberish, sort of sexy, you know, boozy, that sort of a scent. And the last note, as I mentioned, was what is the cedar, yeah, bit woodsy, yes. If you know mahogany woods, doesn't smell like mahogany woods. When I was like reviewing mahogany woods, I said this one has some element of mahogany woods. Yeah, so you get that sort of like cedar mahogany feel. Like, you know, you can see behind me my cupboard, right? So the color of it. So if you could scrape out that sort of wood from a tree and smell it opening on the opening. Yep. Mixes in the end with what else is here? Amber, tobacco, and cedar, right? So tobacco, basically, yeah, tobacco will come. Not as bad as the Bogart Puram, because that one is much more tougher, but this one is softer version of tobacco. So yeah, this fragrance, I think school kids, you can pull it off. If for those kids who are a little bit more mature than the rest of the class, they are a bit more serious, can go with it. College and university, perfect scent if your character is not so jumpy. You are not the Joker and you're not the funny guy. Something like this. Maybe the prefect. This is the smell of a prefect in the school. Alright? Who else can wear this? I see businessmen wearing this. I see teachers wearing this. I would imagine Steven is a teacher. I see him wearing this kind of a fragrance, a bit more serious. At the same time, he's keeping people interested. There you go. Dolce Gabanna, the one. Ladies love this stuff because this is different. It's manly, sweet, but not cloyingly sweet that gets them to be, you know, like sick. No. Such good quality from Dolce & Gabbana. So, for all those good things that I mentioned, you can actually let go of that longevity issue. Like, if you're not really, you know, one of those guys like, no, my fragrance has to perform. It has to be Superman. If you're not looking for Superman or Batman, if you're just looking for James Bond, he's a human being, right? He has his Walter PPK, as well as he has his suit on and everything. And it's a guaranteed thing. If you're wearing James Bond suit, yeah, I think, yeah, I remember one of the episodes of Two and a Half Men. Yeah. Or, no, not Two and a Half Men. This was a movie called I Love You Man, right? Jason Segel. He was getting his best man, the suit for James Bond. Sean Connery's one. This one, when you wear it, you're gonna get the feel of Pierce Brosnan suit that you're wearing, and you feel like James Bond the day of your wedding. Dolce Gabanna, the one. So very beautiful scent, compliment wise very good. So my overall marks for this: longevity, I'm not going to use the word poor, 3 to 4 hours. If you want to optimize your this fragrance, you want to get the best performance, you want to put some on your neck where the blood is flowing, it's a bit warm, and it's going to last you much longer. Put some on your clothes. Go 5 to 6 sprays with this, maybe 5. It's going to last you, all right? And then make sure your skin a little bit moist and stuff, not very dry skin, all right? And don't wear it when the sun is very scorchingly hot, like 40 degrees or so, all right? Not gonna do the trick. So for projection, very good. Longevity, I'll give it 5.5. Let's give it 6, be nice. Projection, you're gonna get 8.5. I wanted to give it 9, but then maybe not for everyone, but I get good performance from it. Moderately good, very, very good, above good, 8.5. Compliments, compliment garner, 10 out of 10. If I have shown you popular fragrance like this, these are sure things for compliments. If your lady is educated and not illiterate, or not from a village or something where they're just appreciating maybe X or Lynx or maybe Old Spice, a little bit knowledge, maybe you can imagine like Harvard or Oxford, they graduate, they're students, university students. Yeah, they will respect you for this. You're gonna get respect from this. Little bit bad boy, but on the mature side. 25 and up, best age to wear this. School kids can wear it as well, and then a little bit if you're 40 and up also can wear this. But then if you want a little bit more darker of that, more amped up version, like a bit more stronger, go with the EDP, right? So basically the fragrances that I mentioned to you, Burberry's London, and you're gonna get Bogart Puram, and as well as what else? There was Pure Havan. I need to try that. And you want a little bit boozy, Cigar, Woodsy, and then tropical fragrance. That's your fragrance. Initially thought out for winter, but I think the EDP, the one EDP, it's for winter. This one is more for summer and autumn. So my overall mark for this, I'm gonna give this 8.5. If the performance was good, it was gonna get a 9.5. 1 mark away for the performance. So yeah, so maybe, yeah, try it on your skin and see, because different people have different skin chemistry. This may work for you, all right? So if you're looking for office scent, perfect office scent, very gentlemanly. So that's all for now. I hope you give me your experience with the one, all right? And do let me know if I missed something. Give it in the additionally in the comments box. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Nice talking to you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.